bay completely soaked. Now I'm going to work on the underside of the bonnet. This insulation gets really filthy. A lot of people worry that because this is fire retardant material, a degreaser or products like that might affect the fire retardancy. Well, this product certainly doesn't. So that's not a worry at all. The only thing that is a worry with this is you can see here where it's a little bit frayed and torn. If you use a jet washer on that afterwards, you'll lift that off and ruin it. So with this, we'll probably just hose it off with the hose rather than the jet washer. Right, job done. So I can drop this back. Funny old bonnets on these BMWs, like that. And then just gently wash off the excess, both on the wings, but also on the windscreen, because if it's a hot day, you don't want it drying on there either. Right, back to the engine bay. This has had about 15-20 minutes with the degreaser soaked all over it, working away. So now it's a case of just going around and agitating with the brush and just trying to get as much of the grot off as possible. Then it froths up quite nicely. The more time you spend now getting this right, the better the job will be at the end. And then finally, just the edges here, not the insulation itself, but just the edges. So you can just see the grime lifting off. It's brilliant. So you can now jet wash this off, and you start at the bottom of the engine. So you're washing that off first, move your way around. If you think the pressure's too high, you can just pull out a bit. But everything needs to be washed off. The most important thing is to make sure you don't aim it directly at the electrics, even though they're covered. Obviously, you could get water in there. Last thing to do is the engine. The finished result is absolutely amazing, I have to say. But a word of warning, something you should look for if you've got a more modern car. Some cars will have little stickers on which say no pressure washing or steam cleaning. So don't pressure wash or steam clean those areas on those cars, otherwise you could invalidate the warranty. So you've been warned. Right, with the engine done, final thing to do in the bay here is just to hose off this. You can see it's got lots of the degreaser still on there, but low pressure. So either use your hose or turn down your pressure washer. Now that is a major transformation, but we haven't finished yet, because the last job is to spray this on, which is a vinyl and rubber dressing. It's purely cosmetic, but it'll give it a nice satin finish. It goes kind of milky when you put it on like this, but when it dries off, it looks absolutely amazing.